Transport may be considered a catalyst for many aspects of modern life, but it seems it doesn't always completely benefit us.
Transport is a sort of underlying sector that your economic development, your well-being as an individual depends on. And it's one of the biggest contributors in South Africa and in the region to our greenhouse gas emissions, second to our energy sector.
In the process of developing the Integrated Master Transport Plan, the Gauteng provincial government also identified future transport trends.
One of the big trends is congestion, leading to extremely average slow speeds around the province. For example, by 2037, you're looking at less than 10 kilometer average speed on at least 25% of the network. And this is an environmental issue because of the emissions that come from the vehicles. In terms of the emissions in South Africa, in passenger transport, private cars are the biggest growing source of emissions. So that makes it a huge environmental issue. From the environment's point of view, we have to solve this challenge of our emissions in South Africa.
Louise feels that all levels of government have good plans in place to address future transport challenges, but business and private individuals must also come to the party.
And a big part of it is travel demand management. Because importantly, if one actually removes the need to travel in the first place, that already is a huge solution. So things like businesses can put in place what's called employee trip reduction programs. But we all resist this a bit in South Africa.
Despite good plans, Louise says South Africa is not on track with implementation.
Government certainly has committed the budgets. They are trying to put in place all the infrastructure issues and making lots of mistakes along the way, which are, hopefully they're learning from. We have multiple public transport services which are not integrated with each other. I try to use public transport wherever I can, and it can take you a day to find all the different timetables and the routes, what times they'll connect with each other. So I think that is one important dimension that's missing. Also, because we have private providers of these different services, a business doesn't see why it should cooperate with its competitor. So there needs to be government initiatives to pull them all together so that we don't have two bus services running on the same route.
Since minibus taxis are such a key transport mode for many South Africans, Louise considers their integration into public transport services important.
The kinds of convenience and low fares and frequency of minibus taxis, they can always offer that probably perhaps better than some public transport modes.
So, with South Africa amongst the world's top 20 carbon emitters and transport playing a significant role in this ranking, thinking and doing differently about getting from A to B is perhaps not a luxury anymore.